aviation sector now, where there's a chaos actually right now at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, and that's due to the relocation of foreign airlines to the new international terminal. The federal government actually invited these airlines to that particular terminal, but it's causing a lot of chaos, especially when it comes to flights and the movement of passengers.
Yes, you see, first of all, discipline is key. This is international airlines, and yes, I won't blame them. This sudden relocation, caused a lot of disruptions here and there. But change is the only thing that is constant.
Yeah, but shouldn't there be a plan in place to make it like, planned or processed, not just
sudden. But there were issues. And for the airports from NCAA, safety and security is key. And if they are saying, please relocate to this new terminal based on safety and security, then I expect the international airlines to comply. And that's why we must commend the new minister, my brother, Yes, because he's new there, and I can see that he's eager to learn as quickly as possible and tackle the
So you see him living up to the task?
Of course. And he wants to really achieve. Because, for me, this is the first time he's made a substantive, not minister of state now, substantive minister, and with maturity from the experience he had while he was Minister for State for Labour, and now aviation and aerospace management, I think, is cut out for him. He's going to deploy his wealth of experience from, as an SAN, to see that all the parastatals under that his ministry are working functionally, and of course, some of the issues, concerning airline operations and all that, safety, security, we want to see an improvement. I think he's equal to the task, and the people like us will be willing to give him all the necessary support and assistance that it will require,
Yeah, but what's the way forward from all of this chaos that's happening at the MMIA?
Yes, one, this meeting he has called, those issues will be resolved, and let all the international airlines comply. It's not a difficult task.
Comply. They already they instructed them to move.
So they should now begin to let their passengers be aware. Because some persons are saying they don't know where this one is now, they don't know where this one is and all that. There's a lot of disruption here and there. No structure. So let's, in fact, not only the international airlines, let even the local airlines and, of course, the spokespersons for the various, especially NCAA and FAN, make it available that, yes, this is what has happened and all that. There's nothing wrong relocating the terminal.
So majorly it's the work of structure and awareness.
All
right. Let's move on to NEITI, that's on revenue allocations. NEITI is saying that the 36 states of the Federation received about 1.5 trillion naira. That's about 34.5% of the total 4.3 trillion naira shared by the three tiers of government between January and June 2023. That they received about 817.7 billion naira from the 2 trillion naira total distributable allocation in the first quarter, and then 688.2 billion naira of the 2.04 trillion naira allocation in the second quarter. Is this alarming, or is it a welcome, information?
Well, for me, I would say it's a welcome information, and again, we'll encourage them to come out with these figures as often as possible. Because so
it's not disturbing in any way. The fact that states have about 34.5% of the total allocation shared by the three tiers of government.
It's not alarming. Now, it only goes to show that people will now know what these states are receiving, and we want to compare what we have on ground and as to the funds, revenue they are being collected. Because most of the time we just forget about the states and we look at the federal government, not knowing that when it comes to issue of governance, local government, state, and federal are one. So, yes, if you know that this is what the states have, but they should also break it down, that data, to what each particular state has received, so that we'll compare what they have on ground and what they are receiving, because we want to hold our elected governors accountable for monies they are collecting. Because if you go to some states, honestly, you'll be amazed and you'll be wondering, is this a state? And the excuse they give to you, oh, this is federal road. For God's sake, we are not interested whether it is federal road, whether it is state road. All Nigerians want is good infrastructure, easy movement of persons from one place to the other, because that will enhance economic activities. So for those states that you see on certain roads, bear with us, that for me shows a lot of irresponsibility. As far as we are concerned, government is government, whether it is state or federal. So these figures from this group, NAITI, yes, I think it's good. They should continue to give us this kind of figures.
But I feel that they should, take it a step further by giving some form of accountability. What is this, or what are these funds used for? Because most times we hear states going cap in hand to the federal government. When do we get to the point where states can now look inwards and begin to build their internal infrastructure and look into their resources to build or boost their IGR?
Again, that is what people like us, we want to see. That's come to a time where, as a state governor, you must think outside the box. You must have a different mindset. Because the resources available in your state, without even going to Abuja, if you harness them properly, what I mean resources, talking of natural resources, that are available, they can be harnessed properly and used for the upliftment of their own states. Now, not even going to politics, I have seen cases where, not even local government, I have seen the potentials they have in certain local government that, in terms of even tourism, but because everybody just waiting. Like you said, they go cap in hand, begging. What would I say begging? To go and collect their own share. They don't think about those other internally generated revenue they can enhance.
Because if we go that route, then the dependence on the federal government would reduce, and then of course it will boost revenue, and then they would be able to use these funds for other things.
I agree with you, but again, you have to also look at the constitution. There are certain things they say is concurrent and not concurrent and all that. But now we are saying there is a little bit of liberalization now, even in terms of electricity generation now. We have seen the Electricity Act of 2023 or so, saying that states and other investors can now generate
their own electricity.
Okay, so if you have it, even local government too, so if you have a state that can generate their own electricity, of course, they have enough power for their small-scale businesses. We will see an improvement in the economic activities. Okay, not now waiting. Say, okay, you have to get you transmit to national grid before you now get another. So each state, and if you want to be a governor of a state, you must have your economic blueprint. You must have your strategy as to how to transform your state economically. And
that's where we'll leave it. Brilliant analysis as always, Charles Fakroha. Thank you so much for the insights on the show.
It's always a pleasure.